What is up, all football fans and Barca fans? I'm back again. Welcome to another episode of Barca, Barca Weekly. And this is today. I'm gonna be just say this episode. We're gonna be talking about a little bit of the latest games that Barcelona's had and some of the things that happened in the transfer window. Because that's close now. January is over, and we're moving on into February now with some big games that are gonna be happening, and also there been some changes on other parts as well, on other parts of Europe as well. So let's just get into it. First, let's talk about the main stuff, the games. Talk about the last few games for Barcelona, which have been very solid actually. Going up first, starting. I don't know if I talked about it in the last one, but the Getafe game was very solid, very good, was handled very well. Then we went into the I believe it was the Real Sociedad one first, the Copa del Rey one. Went into that. It was, of course, at the beginning, it was always going to be a tough game, but in them we did handle that very good position. We did play well. We could have finished off way more chances, but we got to rob them. We got in the end. We did move through to the semifinals. We handled that very strongly, and we are in the semifinals, and we will be having a very interesting semifinal in the Copa del Rey. It will be another Classico, two more Classicos, but I'll get to that in a minute. But first, we went afterwards to the game against Girona, which was more tougher for us than I expected. It took a lot for us to get in there, finally score, but it was a very tough and interesting game. They gave us a good fight pretty much, but in the end we had managed to score, and we managed to handle that game very well and get very important 3 points. Um, and then after that, the most recent game we have was Real Betis, which was heck even greater. The most recent performance was absolutely wonderful. Against Betis, we played like a absolute unit, and we handled the game very well. Pressured them. Went on well to attack. You know, got two really good goals. It was it was some really good stuff. It was some really good stuff. Goals by Rafinha and Lewandowski, which were both really well handled. Really good build up on both of those goals. We could have scored even more. We had plenty of chances as well, but at least we got there in the end. Um, we really handled. That's a tough game to go on. Definitely a tough stadium to go to. Away playing away against Betis. So this was a massively important win and three really massive points to keep our 5 point lead at the top. So yeah, this was something that really gave us another boost, and these performances throughout January have been absolutely great, and February also already starting off really well too. Hopefully tonight we're playing against Sevilla, which on paper should be another win as well. They are not in the best of form, so we should be able to handle it very much like we always do against them. It should be not be any too much of a problem. Um, but no, can't underestimate them. But if we do play like we did play against Real Betis, we should be able to handle Sevilla just the same, if not even easier, because they are definitely in a lesser good form than Betis are at the moment. So this is definitely another game that we should be handle really well and keep that 5 point lead, maybe even more. Because, well, I'm not gonna say anything, but recent times Real Madrid have been dipping as well. They have been dropping a couple of points as well. They have been losing some games, drawing some games. So we should take advantage of that every single time. And maybe today will be another time like that. So hopefully we can handle it. Hopefully we can handle it very well, and tonight we can get a good win. I don't know about a prediction, but I'm hoping at least we can keep another clean sheet. So maybe give it a 2-0 or 3-0, maybe. It was unfortunate that we couldn't keep the clean sheet against Real Betis. Their goal came via an own goal by Jules Koundé, which was very much unfortunate. It was not his fault. It was nobody's fault, really. Just things like that happen. Miscommunication. It happens. But at least we did perform well in that game, and we did handle it very much greatly. So they was still a very, very good win, and they shouldn't beat themselves up over that. It happens. It's just sad that we couldn't keep a clean sheet, especially for Ter Stegen, who has been really amazing keeping these clean sheets. This season has had a lot of clean sheets, so hopefully we can still keep our good form going. Our defense have been really, really good. It's our best start, really, almost ever in the league. Defensively, only conceding like 7 goals. That is really good in the first half of the season. We have been we're really stepped up. We're really stepped up from last season, and definitely are doing well. Christensen, Araujo, Kunde, and Balde all have been absolutely incredible in the back. They have really Xavi has really made it work with them in the back. It's really found something a system that really works with them in the back, and also adding Ter Stegen to that with some incredible saves. Over the months have done coming clutch many times with like really good saves. We've found something really good in the back, and I'm really happy about that because that's something we have been struggling with in the past seasons. Obviously, like a lot, we've struggled with that a lot. Defense has always been something, but we at least found something now. Until we can improve even more, we have found something very solid, very good. Especially Christensen. He's been very much a great signing for us. We got him for free from Chelsea, so that was absolutely wonderful. How he has really stepped in the club and really showed himself. Like he really stepped up and done amazingly. He just showed true promise and true will to really fight for the team, and couldn't be more happier with him. He's been absolutely incredible, and hopefully his form keeps going. Uh, Same with Jules Koundé, also has really fitted in really well, both either center back or right back. He's done well in both positions. So this has been a very very good first half of the season. So I'm definitely happy with the with where we are at the moment. Even though the Champions League it went not as we wanted, but still though everything else have been really good, and we still 100% full blown going full force to get the rest of these 3 titles that we can get: the league, the cup, and the Europa League. We are looking very strong contenders for all 3 of them. So yeah, but now moving on to the Copa del Rey semifinal. Just quickly before I go into some of the transfer stuff, we are going to face Real Madrid once again. It will be like, what is it now? All together, it will be like five or so, 6 Clásicos this season. If you count them up all together, like it's really crazy. We had only had one in the league, then we had the one in the Super Cup, and now we have 2 in the cup, and then we have one more in the league as well left. So it's like 5 Classicos in one season. This hasn't happened in a few years. Last time that happened was in 2018, I believe, when we 2018 there when we went on to beat them and kick them out of most of the competition. Like we beat them in the league, we got the best of them in the league. We also got the best of them in the cup as well over 2 legs, 1-1 at home and then 3-0 away at the Bernabeu, where Suarez scored. Pretty much had a goal fest there, and we did really good. So it was I remember that, and that was really cool. That was really fun. Um, when we beat them there. So hopefully we can repeat that this time around. Really getting rocked up pretty much, riled up because those couple months there for Real Madrid back then were not the most greatest for them. If you remember, especially if you're fans, you can really remember during that time that some certain things happened as well in other competition that they were not happy about, but um, it's still it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. At the moment, I see us as the favorites, of course, but you never know with Real Madrid. We can't take these games lightly. It's a Classico after all. Anything can happen. But we are the more informed team at the moment. If I can like see it like that. So we should be able to handle this really well if we do play them like we did in the Super Cup final. We should be able to handle them once again over these 3 games. Um, we're playing at home, and I think I'm playing away first, right? I think it's away first. We're playing away first in the cup at the Bernabeu. For the first leg is gonna be away, and then we have uh, the second leg at home, and then we have something in between of the couple in between after that, and then we have the league game at home as well. So then after there will be 2 Classicos at home, so that would be kind of nice, I guess. And hopefully the fans will be behind the team and we can really create a great atmosphere and really take it to them and really show that we are really strong, that we're really seriously going for this. There a lot of things right on these games, on these classicals and other games too. Like we can, if we manage to get through this and win all this, I believe we're looking for a very successful season. We can go up multiple points ahead of them in the league. We will be in the Copa del Rey final, but we cannot take anything lightly. So we have to handle each game at a time with very much concentration and focus and good team spirit and good tactics, of course, as well. So hopefully Xavi can handle that in a masterful way. He has done so incredible so far this season. He has really made a team a unit, a family, pretty much. He even said that it's a press conference that they have become a more closer, more great, and the morale of the team has really grown, and they take each game once time and really keep growing. Yes, there's still a lot of things to improve, of course, like the finishing at some points. We have been wasting too many chances at times that need to improve, that need to definitely improve. We have been winning throughout the whole January, but it was way too many 1-0 wins. It was narrow wins, which those wins are also very much important. Those type of wins, especially in the league, do win you the title. That can always be a big plus in winning the league, but you know overall, but that would be kind of okay to say mostly if it was just like, okay, we just had one chance and that's it, and that's the one we took, and if it were a smaller team, but no, we actually have had multiple chances, multiple close chances where we haven't been able to finish those chances off. And that's the problem. We need to make sure to finish off the chances more. We can't be wasting them because that can always punish us in them. We know how that's happened in the past, and like every chance is worth so much to really win a game. For every single game to progress in the season and to get one step closer to the title. Every win is a one step closer. So scoring more goals is always needed. Like winning. Okay, I'm not asking for like big blowouts, like 4, 5, 6-0. No, of course not. That's not realistic. Sometimes that happens, and when that happens, I welcome it. Yeah, that's awesome. That's fun. Great time. But I'm not asking for that in every single game. Of course not. It's not realistic. That cannot happen. That's not how football works. But at least trying to finish off most of the chances you can get, and at least try to win the games with at least a 2 or 3 goal margin, like in some way, 2-0, 3-0, or 3-1, 2-1, whatever it is. Just try to finish them off. Try to finish off the games as much as possible and not stress throughout the game, and just live dangerously with just a narrow 1-0 lead. That's never good. After we score the first one, we need to go full throttle and keep trying, go and concentrate and focus to really get a second goal after that, and that's how you finish them off. Then you can step off more in the second half when you really got to them, made them stressed. You can control more. You don't have to stress more. You don't have to overwork. The players don't have to overload themselves or overwork themselves anymore than necessary. And we can control the game much easier when we have a comfortable lead. 1-0 lead is never a comfortable lead. It's a lead, which is good, but it's never a comfortable lead. Because anything can always happen. And one little slip up, and that can turn the whole game around. They can we concede, they get an equalizer, and then they get more fired up. They see that things are possible again, and yeah, and then we get stressed out, and anything can happen. They all can go downhill from there. So that's why we need to focus. We need to focus and be better up front. Because so far the midfield has worked real well. The defense have been solid. It's just the forward line needs to be better at finishing. All of them, like Rafinha, Dembele, who's injured now, which I get to a second. Lewandowski, Fati, even people like Gavi and Pedri also score sometimes. We need to make sure everyone who can score and usually does their best to try to score, they need to make sure to take each chance and try to at least to get it on target. Really at least get close to target, and not waste them, and not just create a chance, like create something, build up to it, and then just waste it. Because you're not gonna get far doing that. But okay, moving on to now. Some bad news, of course, is that Dembele, as I said a few seconds ago, that he is injured. He has become injured. It's uncertain how long he will be out. Maybe like 3 or 4 weeks at the very least. It will be 3 or 4 weeks. He definitely could be missing the first leg of the Europa League match against Manchester United. Possibly could be. Definitely, I'm sure he will be missing. Maybe even the first Copa del Rey game, semi-final game, which both things are very sad. It's very unfortunate because he has been really, really good lately, and it just sucks that he got injured again now. But hopefully he can work himself back up and come back even stronger and get ready. Hopefully for the second legs of both of those competitions and the later games in the league as well. Hopefully, because we do need him. There's some really tough games coming up, and we do need him. So. But until then, hopefully our other attackers will step up. Rafinha, Leva, obviously, and also Ferran Torres hopefully can maybe get a kick and start up. But, that's what it is. Now, to finally, before I end this, it should be some transfer news. Nothing much on the Barcelona side. We just bottled the transfer window. It's not really our fault. It's mostly thanks to FIFA and La Liga, who just messed us over so much. And it's upsetting. It's upsetting that we couldn't get over line. We were trying to get the I don't know what I think his name is, or but I don't know pronounce his name. The midfielder from Fiorentina, from Morocco. We were trying to get him, but it couldn't get it done because of La Liga's restrictions and a lot of things. And it's really just upsetting. It's just how they change the rule just to mess with us. It's just so dumb. And we have another one, young player named Araujo, another Araujo from LA Galaxy, was also gonna come in and be registered for this B team and also be to get to play in the first team. Because we got sold off or loaned out Bellerin to Sporting. So I check him out, and I'm sorry, but we just loaned him out, so we needed somebody else to come in. But thanks to MLS just messing up and sending in the thing, the requests in the last 18 seconds too late. FIFA did not um, accept it, and he will not be coming. So, yeah, it was a failed transfer window for us. Well, at least though we have one thing good happening was we could register Gavi as a first team player. That at least for something. We're close to not even getting that because uh, they were going to court. Like there was a lot of weird ass stuff. We all went with it to court, and but the court, the judge ruled it as we're allowed to do it, and that pissed off La Liga. That pissed off Tebas. So they're trying to like get this. They were trying to threaten with maybe appealing that, but that's not gonna work. Gavi has been registered, and he's gonna wear the number 6 jersey in the league going forward this season. He's not gonna be able to wear it in the other competition, like in the European competition, of course, in Europa League, because he's already been registered as the number 30 there from the start. You can't change in mid-season, but he will be able to wear it in next year in the Champions League again. So, but that's pretty much that on Barcelona's front. Not many people coming in. Person, no one coming in. One person going out. It's Bayern, of course, and also Memphis Depay. Of course, he went to Atletico Madrid. So it's a bit of disappointment, but we still have a good squad. We still have a good squad who can go far, and I believe it really doesn't matter. And then we'll see what happens with those two that we're trying to sign. Maybe we'll go back for them in the summer, which have to wait and see. There's some rumors about in the summer we're going for. There's a young Brazilian where that we can go and go Brazilian forward. I don't remember his name right now, but we're going for someone like that, and also Pavard from Bayern Munich. He's interested in joining. We'll see what that happens with that. There's plenty of stuff. Another ways though, another places there's some interesting stuff that happened as well. For Chelsea, they have been spending a lot, and that's yeah. There's no financial fair play over there in the Premier League. There's no stopping them like Tebas is trying to stop us. No, they've been spending like 300 million this January window. They brought in both João Felix and Enzo Fernandez. I believe it's the Argentinian that was part of the World Cup winning team. They brought him in as well from Benfica, and João Felix, of course, from the loan from Atletico Madrid, and a couple other players as well. I don't remember the name, Mudrik or whatever his name is. They brought him in, and plenty of others too. So, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna help them out much because they drew against recently with all those players. We still drew against Fulham, which yeah, I think Graham Potter is just not the right coach for them. You can have all the great players you want, but if you don't have the right coach that can implement those players and use the tactics to put those players in, right tactics to use those players in, it's not gonna work out. It's been mostly the same with PSG over the years as well. They had great players, but they haven't reached that far. They haven't really won anything major more than their own league. But yeah, it's League One, whatever. But speaking of that, Messi again, thanks to injuries, so Neymar and Mbappe all injured. Messi will need to step up again and lead PSG to a victory once more with a really incredible goal last night. So he's carrying that team. At the front, Arsenal signed in Jorginho from Chelsea. Speaking of Chelsea, which maybe was a mistake because they suffered a loss yesterday against Everton. First loss in September in the league, and yeah, that was not pretty. One loss. Sean Dyche, the new coach for Everton, coming in and really bringing them up again and giving them some hope again to stay up in the league. So props to him for that. And they also have brought in a couple others too. They got Leandro Trossard from Brighton, and some other as well. Like they have been bringing some players there. Um, not much on other fronts in the Premier League. Like yeah, United have brought in a few players there. Sabitzer and and a few others. That other player, they brought him in, and a couple others. They have strengthened their squad in a decent way too. City has not done much, and Liverpool hasn't done either that much. They have been struggling. Liverpool lost yesterday 3-0. So what is going on there? Klopp has really lost the plot pretty much. He's definitely lost the grip of the team. They're in a crisis. They're definitely in a crisis. So they're very much struggling, just as Chelsea is. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they handle all that. And yeah, that's pretty much what that is. Not on other fronts, there's not much else majorly to say. Not any major transfers anymore than those. There maybe are some, but if I miss some, leave a comment down below and tell me. And maybe I'll talk about it in the next video. But yeah, but those are the main stuff that's happened. At least some of the main results and some of the main stuff. The season is shaping up to be very interesting. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. But that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, leave a like down below and also subscribe if you don't done already, and to get notified about when I get new uploads. But also ring the bell to get even more notified. Remember that extra notifications, because there will be coming videos weekly, at least once a week like this, but maybe some others in between. They could be coming on if I have the time after tonight, match review for the Sevilla game or tomorrow. But otherwise, you'll see me like this every week with another sort of news weekly. So yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I catch you guys next time. Bye. Barça.